A bird flies 80 meters due south in 15 seconds. Then the bird turns around and flies 30 meters due north in 10 seconds. What is the magnitude of the average velocity of the bird during its 25-second flight? So to solve this problem, you need to know what average velocity is. And let's look at average speed and average velocity and compare the two of them. So average speed is the distance over the time, and that's a scalar, meaning it's just a number, it does not have a direction. Average velocity, on the other hand, is displacement over time, and that's a vector. Displacement's a vector, so it makes sense that average velocity would be a vector, and that means that it has both a magnitude and a direction. Okay, so we want to calculate the average velocity. We should probably draw a picture of the bird's motion. So let's say the bird is flying due south. Here's my bird. And the bird flies due south. So there goes the bird. And then he turns around and flies 30 meters north. And then he stops right here. So this is 80 meters. And then he turns around and flies 30 meters due north. Okay, so to calculate average velocity, which usually you represent with a V with a little bar over it, the bar is for the average, I need to know the displacement. Well, what is the displacement? Displacement is the difference between where he started and where he ended. So if he started up here and he ended down here, this difference right here would be 80 minus 30, that's 50 meters. So my displacement would be 50 meters south. From where you start to where you end, that would be south. So in this case, I'm going to write 50 meters for displacement. And I'm not going to put in a direction. Why not? Well, if you read the question, they want to know the magnitude of the average velocity. This word magnitude, that means take the average velocity, calculate it, but don't include the direction, just the magnitude. So this is 50 meters, and then the time. Well, the whole time was 25 seconds for the entire trip. And so 50 meters divided by 25 seconds, that's 2 meters per second. And I do not need a direction on this because I just want the magnitude.